Hi, Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 1 and today we would like to present our research topic, the management, role and contribution at mosque activities toward Islamic awareness. A case study at DATO KLANA PETRA UNDANG LUAK SUNGEI UJONG PUTRA NILAI Mosque. Before we start our presentation, we would like to introduce our group mate first, starting from Amira binti Omar, number matric 1201346, and the second member is Sofia Aini binti Muhammad Yusof, which is number matric 1201407. The contents of this presentation consists 6 sections starting from introduction, research questions and research objective, management of the mosque, the role of the mosque, the contribution activities, and lastly, recommendation and conclusion. As we all know, the mosque is a very important and valuable place for Muslims in upholding and spreading Islam throughout the world. Besides, the mosque also aims to strengthen human relationships with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and human relationships with the environment.
My name is Amira binti Omar and my matric number is 1201346. I will explain our research question. First, what the historical development of Datuk KLANA PETRA UNDANG LUAK SUNGEI UJONG NILAI Mosque. Second, how the role of the mosque can enhance Islamic awareness in society. Third, how the management of Datuk KLANA PETRA UNDANG LUAK SUNGEI UJONG NILAI Mosque can enhance the effectiveness of mosque. And last, the contribution of program and activity Datuk KLANA PETRA UNDANG LUAK SUNGEI UJONG NILAI Mosque can increase Islamic awareness in Muslim. Next, research objective. This study was conducted with the aim of first, to study historical development of Datuk KLANA PETRA UNDANG LUAK SUNGEI UJONG NILAI Mosque. Second, to point out the role of mosque to enhance Islamic awareness in society at Datuk KLANA PETRA UNDANG LUAK SUNGEI UJONG NILAI Mosque. Third, to explore the management of Datuk KLANA PETRA UNDANG LUAK SUNGEI UJONG NILAI Mosque. Fourth, to identify program and activity of Datuk KLANA PETRA UNDANG LUAK SUNGEI UJONG NILAI Mosque. Next, research methodology. For the research, we use qualitative methodology. For the sampling, we use non-probability, which is purposive sampling. To collect the data, we have conducted interview with the chairman of Datuk KLANA PETRA UNDANG LUAK SUNGEI UJONG NILAI Mosque, which is Haji Muhammad Shah Abdullah. Next, the background of historical development at Datuk KLANA PETRA UNDANG LUAK SUNGEI UJONG. First, the mosque was built in 2003. The location was given by the state government as a gift. The mosque's original name was Masjid Bandar Baru Nilai, but in 2007 it was changed to Masjid Putra Nilai, named Datuk KLANA PETRA because it was attributed to his title Undang Luak Sungai Unjong. This is because Negeri Sembilan used adat pepatih in the government structure and custom. The design of the mosque is using Middle Eastern design style, complete with marble finish and decorative color glass minor. The mosque dome and minaret has become a dominant emblem of its presence in the city of Nilai. Starting in January 2023, this mosque will become a district mosque. We will discuss how the management of Datuk KLANA PETRA UNDANG LUAK Sungai Unjong use the mosque facility to provide the comfort to congregation. First, counselling room. Counselling room to get counselling service from professional counsellor. During the COVID-19 era, especially lockdown, many people are under stress and depressed. So, the counselling session will be held in this room. The counselling session will be held by the professional counsellor and authority counsellor. Second, Ruqyah service. Ruqyah service is for those who are affected by black magic. Ruqyah service will be held in the counselling room when there are no counselling session. Third, the hall. The hall is open for booking such as program and wedding. If there are any new married couple who want to do their reception, they can do in that hall. Fourth, the seminar room accommodate 20 until 30 people. There are many activities that we held in the seminar room, such as outreach activity. Next, how the management utilized the fund. The largest fund was raised by collecting the congregation funds and second hall rent. An average month collection is between 19,000 and 10,000 ringgit, while the average from the revenue from hall rental is 18,000 ringgit Malaysian. Every money that is covered will be spent again for the benefit of the congregation. For example, the mosque loudspeaker need to be replaced because they don't produce a clear sound. A new loudspeaker installation costs around 110,000.
Next is the role of the mosque. We list down 5 roles of the mosque, which are Knowledge Progress Center, Economic Center, Counseling Center, mosque as a place of teaching and training, and the last one is a center of worship. The first one is Knowledge Progress Center. The mosque should be transformed into center for the spread of knowledge with a comprehensive library that offers not only books on religion but also books on worship and muamalah, which is economy. The library mosque should also contain literature on social, science, economics, politics, and other related topics. If the leader of the mosque is ready to ask from certain organizations like language and library council, publishing businesses, and so on, then these books can be simply and affordable to obtain. The second point is economic center. The mosque has a large space. It may set up a bazaar or a stall and rent it to the neighborhood for business purposes. This is so that the community has a chance to increase its income through the sale of goods like food, essentials, umrah clothing, and others. The third point is counseling center. The mosque serves as a resource for the issues facing the Muslim community and can offer suitable remedies based on the Quran and Sunnah. In order to help the Muslim community with its difficulties, the mosque must establish a counseling facility for the neighborhood. The fourth point is mosque as a place of teaching and training. The mosque should serve as an educational facility where youth and families can receive instruction. The mosque may also serve as a hub for enhancing learning. Mosques can implement a variety of programs, including lectures, tutoring sessions, and so forth, to teach kids about Islam, beginning with Fardu Ain and Fardu Kifayah. The last point is the mosque as a center of worship. Muslims can pray solitary or communally in the mosque, which serves as their main place of devotion. The act of worshipping Allah involves more than saying prayers. It also involves additional action that help us to reflect on how awesome Allah creates. Then we move to the contributions activities of Masjid Datuk KLANA PETRA Undang LUAK Sungai Ujong Putra Nilai Mosque. There are activities focused on three groups, which is the first one, activities for the senior citizen, the second one, activities for non-Muslims, and the third one, activity for children. For the senior citizens, there are two activities introduced to them. The first one are Tai Chi, and the second one is helping the asnaf. Tai Chi is an art embracing the mind, body, and spirit. Originating in ancient China, Tai Chi is one of the most effective exercise for health of mind and body. It is a very good exercise for the senior citizen without them having to move a lot like running, so they could save their energy for other activities. The second one is helping the asnaf, which is cooperation with Baitul Mal. They give free basic food like rice, sugar, oil, flour, and not only based on NILAI, they also open until month 10. The asnaf must register first in the department before getting the help given by the mosque. Next, for the second category is activity for non-Muslim. The activity is interfaith dialogue. It is still under discussion to do this activity, and this program will be implemented in the future and will be held in the hall of the mosque. The discussion involved representatives from Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Christianity. The most interesting part is the theme of the discussion is about food. They discuss on how can the food unite us or attract non-Muslims to know more about Islam. The third group is activities for children, which is the first activity is Umrah simulation course. The mosque had the best facilities to practice the simulation Umrah, so there will be many kids around Seremban, camp and participate in this program. For the second activities is teaching and reading Al-Quran. Ustad, Imam or Bilal at the mosque also reviewed the recitation of the Quran to the children present at the mosque. The recommendation for the mosque is we hope that the mosque will make Sunnah sport activities focus on teenagers. This is to honing their talents of Muslim children to master the sports of the Prophet Sunnah. The second recommendation is doing joint activities between Muslims and non-Muslims such as mutual aid, catering, and others. The conclusion for this presentation is the mosque can be said to be an institution that can be trusted in carrying out activities that bring profit to Muslims. And the main challenge for the mosque institution is that it comes from Muslims themselves. Mosques nowadays are only used for a few activities. Therefore, we need to act immediately so that the culture of congregational prayer needs to be instilled in the heart of our children so that they become good cultural connectors in the future. Inshallah. That's all from us. Thank you very much.